Yeah. Vainglorious Vanguard.
Knowledge born.
Yeah.
United front.
Tell it.
What you want.
To the Knowledge Radio.
We in here. What you got? Dot.
Work hard as a slave to one day be your savior. The wave unwavering. This is a labor of love. Rise with a purpose every day. Invigorated. If we were on TV, we'd be 10 times syndicated. If we waited for validation, a paycheck or accolades, we'd be starved, already lost or ran away. But when you're square, solid, and your circle too, you don't need a place for silence. The concept is conquered through media, not areas of people activity. A mix that don't lose ethnicity, tightness that don't lose elasticity. Explicitly, this isn't where we give the novice regard. Nah, this is where knowledge is born. Last time that I checked, I'm undefeated. Deliver edicts, can't resist when the gods build and manifest freedom. When lines get crossed, they may push a loss, cause they get handed a check. We kick a can and cancel your cancerous gestures. A prophet vision, precision, the prescription for the sickness is to inoculate your fate with the winning. Arrogant beginnings turn to humble endings. And US with KBA is a win-win. 1K.
Who is the original man? The black man is the original man.
Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man. The maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth. Father of civilization and God of the universe. You know? So I'm so glad I'm black. God bless my life. I'm so glad I'm black. Matter of fact, pants sag with my hat on backwards. As a youth, always knew I would master this rap shit, but the impact it would have, I could hardly imagine. In a remote place on Easter Island, there's somebody playing 36 chambers, screaming Shaolin. See, we influence the entire planet. That's 6 sextillion tons, name a higher standard. Nah, direct descendants of Almighty God. That's why we always stunting hard in designer cloth. Whether we conscious or unconscious, the odd shit is we always be manifesting some God shit. So it's no wonder we the most hated. When we originated, everything great and they try to imitate it. All of the lies get obliterated. I feel invigorated, slaying these devils hard to articulate it.
God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life. God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life. God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life. God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life.
Even out of the mud, we still shining like a diamond. Got people copying us. See, it's obvious to us, they'll never make the game fair, cause we be washing them up. And I ain't talking sports and entertainment, that goes for any field of human endeavor. We ain't nothing to play with. We been had our mathematics up, just trying to shine some light on the world. We on our Lewis Latimer. They write the history and scratch us off it, but the only thing they ever invented was the patent office. So they insert themselves inside the culture. Just a bunch of DJ Vlads, basically that's a culture vulture. Collective self-esteem is critical. The way we seek acceptance from other people is kind of pitiful, cause black America's the pinnacle. We the foundation, birth of a nation, indivisible.
God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life. God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life. God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life. God can't be black, thanks for that. I'm a original man. God bless your life.
I mean, where is he from? Why do what like, no, that's too much for me. Black people walk like that because we have style, we got flavor, we got rhythm. I mean, the black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
Yo, we live, man. What's today? Is it Friday?
Friday, baby.
It's Friday. It's Be More Friday. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't being less than this bitch. We being more. I know y'all haven't seen us in a while. To be honest, we don't even know what fucking episode this is no more. So it's gonna be 22 today. You understand what I'm saying? and we ain't here with not the thousandaires. You understand? Not the millionaires, not the trillionaires, but we in this bitch with the motherfucking Melvinaires. You understand what I'm saying? And we got the Clevelandaires in this bitch, fresh off that motherfucking win that they put on 3-6 Mafia in this motherfucker. Okay. So, because my honor and privilege at this time, introduce some present the others, man. The masterminds in this motherfucker that make this shit great. You know, we ain't got to say shout out to Melvinaires Podcast, because when I turn this camera the fuck around, y'all gonna see that they in the building. Okay? And we teleported Killer all the way in from Cleveland Air. You understand?
We
Killer, a.k.a. Bob, Douglas Ruggish, throwing microphones and drinks at niggas. Season. St. Clear, Nick. Okay? Right here live on Do Nots Radio, man. Let's give it up for the ones, the onlys, Killer, Rome, and Mel. Together, combined for some motherfucking Hip Hop Legends podcast, Melvinaire motherfucking edition.
Yo. Peace. What to do, everybody?
You don't believe it. They're like, where these niggas at? Where are they? My nigga, what happened?
What's up, everybody?
Yo.
Yeah,
man. In the building. Always an honor and privilege to be on the platform, man. Do the Knowledge Radio. Big shout out to my bro Knowledge. Always a pleasure, my bro Killer. Niggas from like Voltron and shit.
Oh shit. Nah,
always.
What up, Killer? What you been up to, man?
Shit, man. Chilling. What's good with y'all? How's the podcast going?
Oh man, it's
hey man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man.
I'm excited. Like I was just telling Rome, like, yo, I'm on the channel like a fiend. Every 5 minutes, just watching our subscribers and our views just tick up. I'm like, we here.
But yeah, by the way, we on IG, subscribe, Melvinaire _podcast. We on TikTok, Melvinaire Podcast as well. Subscribe, follow us, please.
Yes.
There's gonna be way more coming. Like
we got the Facebook group popping.
Facebook group, the Melvinaire Podcast group on Facebook. Yo, follow us, man. I promise you, yo, it's way more coming. Way more.
I got the Reggie Blunts group on Facebook. In case y'all need some Reggie for your blunts.
You know, tease out that joint. That's what's up.
For your Reggie.
Hey, man. But yeah, yo, the journey is what made it worth it, yo. Yeah. But everything we had to put into this shit, yo, to kick this shit off and then to get it started and to see it grow traction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And to see people enjoy the product of what we offering.
Yeah.
Is the reason why we do this shit.
Yeah, it's also helping me get acquainted with my, my new home. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hung out with our first guest on the show for her birthday. Shout out Crystal. And I just linked with a lot of good people who's into a lot of positive things. And the future is looking real bright. Very excited. We're gonna have a lot of content for the show. So definitely check us out. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss out on none of it.
Word.
It's so y'all still doing Wednesday every 2 weeks, or y'all expanding on that? What's popping with that?
We in the process. We hammering that out now.
Yeah,
we're in the process of hammering that out now. It just depends, bro. Cause like, yo, I be hella busy, yo. So we do every Wednesday, and it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna have to tap into like another chamber. You know what I'm saying? To do every week. And if I tap into another chamber, then it's gonna go to like on a relationship and with like the side nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead ass, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go into that because it's part of me.
Yeah. And right now, we just focusing on, you know, really getting the paperwork together so we fully legit and you know,
this little Melvinaires
we for, you know, we for real with this. Like, we trying to get funding and all of that. Like, I got businesses calling me, emailing me, ready to do, you know, sponsorships with us and stuff like that. So yeah, we trying to do this joint real good.
We make sure we go, like, one of my main from the previous situation, I stepped away from due to business. You know what I'm saying? Stepping into our own situation. I wanted to make sure that before
that was a long ass pause.
It was.
Yo, Killer was like, "Did I freeze?" Wait.
Bro, I thought
But yeah, I wanted to make sure that on our end, whatever I chose to do, that the business was right. Mm-hmm. And when me and Mel decided that, you know, that we was going to kick this thing off, like, that was the first thing that we handled. You know what I'm saying? So we go into this wholeheartedly knowing that our business is right. You know what I'm saying? So going forward, anything else is yeah. So we are coming upon opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But the traction, bro, like, it ain't been 6 months.
Yeah, it ain't even been 60 days.
It ain't been 60 days, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It ain't been 60 days. And we've obtained more traction and more real business opportunities than I ever did within those 5 years. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure. Hey, yo, somebody just tried to call. I'm gonna go out and come right back in.
Got it.
I was like, where is that going crazy?
Put them Reggie blunts on do not disturb, sir. Sir.
But real shit though, bro. Like, within those 5 years, I was fucking with yo. We never got those type of opportunities. We never got past an introductory conversation.
Wow.
Cause son was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it is. Like, nigga's a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, and that's just what it was. Like,
to this day. To this day.
He's like, yo, bro, like, I'm talking about niggas had, like, real opportunities. Millionaires.
You know what it
is. Niggas who got money that they looking to spend and invest.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't.
And niggas couldn't make that shit work.
You know what it is. To this day.
To this day.
My bad.
That's wild.
You good, cousin?
Yeah, I'm good, son.
Was that Juicy J calling you and shit? Like, you don't have to do me like that.
Them niggas be trying to get a feature and shit, man. I ain't got time for that, man.
That's crazy. Yo, you see how they did DJ Paul? Yo, they made a meme out of the Arthur joint, yo. They
that
made
shit
a
was
meme
funny
out of DJ Paul. Arthur got the picture with Arthur fist balled up, but they got his hand mad small.
Strong hand.
Yeah. That shit's funny as shit.
Strong hand.
Yo, they got DJ Paul hand about this big, yo. Balled up to his fist.
Fucking hilarious.
So we gonna talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
Y'all got 3 minutes or something?
That's all. But what was that shit even about? Like,
that nigga Busy Bone is special, man.
That's the one who had the meltdown on the radio. That one, the real light skin one, right? Yeah. I don't know about that nigga, man.
No, that nigga got problems.
Mm-hmm.
But the major issue was when Juicy told him to suck his dick. That was the issue that he, was talking about.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna front though. Yo, nigga throw a water bottle at me, bro. Like, it's whatever. Like, that's probably what's gonna come follow up after my mouth. It's either gonna be a fuck you or
it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't fault Juicy for that.
At all.
But
But how did it get to suck my dick though?
That was kind of an immediate reaction. He was like, first he was like, yo, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the exchange was. And then he said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, then he said it. And then it was whatever.
Yeah, because he felt like they was mocking him. So he was like, yo, y'all niggas not gonna be mocking me, whatever. And then that's when Juicy was like, yo, suck my dick, nigga, whatever. And
damn,
it goes from there.
That's Memphis, though.
Yeah.
Memphis.
I mean, I don't fault neither one of them niggas. I don't play that. I don't play that suck my dick shit.
Yeah, hell no.
I don't play that shit
under no circumstances.
Nah, at all.
You know what I mean? I don't joke like that. I don't say it jokingly. Nothing. I don't play. Don't that calling me pussy and calling me a bitch and suck my dick. Yeah, we gonna have it's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
They're gonna be looking for you.
Party over with.
You go see you at the crossroads. So you won't be lonely.
Right.
Crazy, son. Because the shit was a little wild because y'all know they had that animosity for years. Like they had animosity.
I didn't know that.
See,
the shit could have been real ugly, you know.
Yeah. That shit go back to 95.
I don't even feel like I could discuss this shit because I need mad backstory. When they was beefing?
Yeah, all the way back to 95. Like this 26 years of beef. Yeah.
If you remember Play a Hater or Art of War, you remember Look Into My Eyes? Mm-hmm. They said
Look
the shit
into
on
my eyes and tell me what.
You remember Thug Love?
Yeah.
666, we said rival spitting fire. Like
that's Notorious Thugs,
You know what? I don't listen to Bone Thugs or 3-6 that much. Like I'm familiar with their music.
I didn't hear it the opposite way.
So
the shit was kind of funny to me because I think that shit went over on some when they was 666. They had like the whole Satanist.
I remember when they was doing that.
And then it was like they stole their style. I was like, what?
Yeah. That was part of it, but only that went to a certain degree. The big problem was Lord Infamous used that triplet flow. Right. And they was doing it first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody knew who they were at that time. They was popping in Memphis. They weren't 3-6 as you know them now. They was popping in their hood. Yeah. So nobody knew that. Just like Twister. That motherfucker spit fast too. Crucial Conflict do that shit, do or die. But none of these people are interacting with each other. Right. So it all kind of happened at the same time naturally, but niggas felt like, well, nah, we started that.
Right.
Yeah. Because it was a whole that if you hear Crazy Verse, if you listen to their verses, they're talking about them niggas. Like,
I'm gonna have to go. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to go
that
back.
That shit was really there.
Because
it's been some real.
It's been years since I heard any of them songs. So I will have to go back and really listen.
Real shit. Like you gotta do that shit. Like I interviewed fucking Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking I swear to God, I interviewed Rampage, and the nigga Rampage was the nigga who put me D to let me know that at the very beginning of Machiavelli, you hear the nigga Pac say Suge shot me.
Oh yeah,
word.
Damn, I listen to that nigga
Rampage put you.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. If we D on that shit,
where was you at in 96, nigga, with the shit?
But I didn't hear that. I had an ear to hear that shit till nigga pointed it out to me. And then when nigga pointed that shit out, I was like,
you could never
unhear it.
Hey, Killer, that was common. What was the common conversation? Motherfuckers like, you hear that shit?
At that time, yeah.
At that time, bro, my granddaddy, I was in middle school.
Niggas went to start reading books and shit. I was like, you was reading books? Yeah, nigga, I studied this shit. Nigga, I went and looked up Machiavelli. I was like, shut the fuck up. You ain't never read that.
You ain't read no goddamn. I know I ain't read that shit.
Niggas was, but that's how involved it was. Like, that was a real hip hop conspiracy.
Yeah, but dead ass. I swear to God,
So I said this shit.
You go, next time. Just put the shit on play and start from the beginning. And from the minute you hit a bell,
if it's available, you got
tapes
here because every tape shit out of the YouTube shit.
Yeah, you gotta do on the regular
tape or the CD.
Or it's there, bro. I was like,
so when that first bell,
when the minute you hear his voice, the minute you hear his voice,
that's crazy.
The minute you hear his voice, bro, that's the first thing that said. I was like, what?
So I'm sure. See, so why they ain't never like grab him for that shit? Because I'm sure the investigators, if us regular niggas is picking up on that shit.
Nah.
Who cares?
Yeah, at this point,
pretty much.
At this point, yeah.
It was, but who cared then? Nobody cared.
Nobody cared then.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, Tupac is out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac is like a whole conversation by himself.
Right.
Not Tupac versus Biggie. Tupac versus Tupac.
Yeah.
Like, that's a whole conversation. You know, chief of police on down, all the way up to the vice president, know you in every city. All the police know you in every city. You see what I'm saying? That kind of shit. So
Yeah.
that was a crazy thing. Like they watching you, they following you all the way till you on that strip. 2 minutes after you on that strip, there's no you know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's apropos though, because ain't California Love didn't come out today?
Yeah.
Friday. So this is the month that All Eyes on Me was released. You know what I'm saying? So you know that first single, California Love, was today.
Yeah, I never understood that. How you on the Vegas Strip, that's I think the only other place that's lit up like that is Times Square.
The mob can't kill a motherfucker.
Right.
And he got.
And they made Vegas.
Right.
You can't hit a motherfucker on the strip.
Yeah, like. So he get hit on the strip, and there's no police, nobody saw nothing. I'm like, that never sat well with me. Like,
right.
Yeah, that shit mixed together too with the Verzuz, because it's like, all right, you did that shit. Like, I think for me, the kind of the choices of how they lined everything up was a little off for me on the Bone side. Like they got so much shit. But then imagine you trying to sift through all of that shit. You could have went as Oldest Faces of Death or some shit you put out yesterday. Because Lazy have a new album, you know what I'm saying? Like they was playing a little bit of the joint. And I was like, where was this one?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the people that's in the crowd now, their daddies and their mamas was listening to Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, your mother was getting Thuggish Ruggish Bone. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, they had to play like shit that people, they could get some crowd participation.
Yeah.
Okay. And 3-6, all you got is 3-6.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no like, you know, this is off the beaten path shit. Like, I bet you won't hit a motherfucker. Like that is off the rip. They came on with Who Run It. I was like, oh shit. Niggas starting off with Who Run off the top rope, like dang. I said, oh, this shit.
It's the production though, yo. It's
But they was talking about it though. Like that shit bring a warlord out of it. A nerd nigga. Like a nerd motherfucker just chilling. The fuck,
right?
Just get on it, like, and that shit is
it speaks to you, yo. It speaks to you, yo. That fucking production.
And they know exactly where they put the shit. They was like, Bone is mumbling. I was like, I ain't never listened to Bone at all. Like, this is just they harmonics. Like they got that shit. When they put that shit in there, and you hear them, you hear like they made the beat, and then they were spitting on it in chopping it because it's made for gangsters to walk on it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why Crunchy's on that bitch in between that shit.
Gangsta walking, yeah.
So it's all mixed together the way they got that shit because that's their shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's their shit. Like they made it for their niggas. So the world got a hold of it, but it's made for gangsters because that's how they do. So even with Crunchy doing that shit, like that shit had to be sanctioned. You don't just
right.
Like you see what I'm saying? Like it ain't like a crip walk. And I'm sure with cats like that, like they had to do some shit, pay some money, whatever, to get away with that shit because you wasn't doing it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You wasn't doing it. So that shit was kind of crazy. I said, yo, Crunchy started doing that motherfucker. Gangsta one nigga, this shit's over, nigga. I was rooting for Bone Thugs, but Crunchy came in.
Yo, I'm not on front. Like
that was that.
I think the fight shit too has some shit to do with switching momentum too, because that shit took the wind out of the sails because Bone was busting their ass. I'm gonna just be honest. Even with me just describing that whole hype shit when that shit started, it's like boom. I was like, oh shit, okay, Bone. Then I'm like, where 3-6 gonna go? And they came with that motherfucker who running. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But then after that, you know, I don't know if they staged it, whatever the fuck it was. They took Busy off the stage, and y'all know Busy in Bone is like a critical piece. So they cut his verses out, all that shit. So it was just basically they were there trying to shift it through there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, y'all took the momentum, and then they hype on this side. You see what I'm saying? They hype. Nothing happened. No pause over here. Nothing. They come back on with that shit like, boom. I was like, that shit look a little suspect to you. You see what I'm saying? Like they get back on there, and then you see this whole fucking montage. Them niggas put on a show. Shit. You know, we would have to pay some bread to see all the motherfuckers that they had on there.
Right.
They pulled
absolutely.
On that side.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Like, no way. I can see like $500-600 shit to listen to some shit we can put on YouTube. Because of that kind of show. And then you look on the other side of the Bone, they pulled out Flip, they pulled out. You see what I'm saying? There's so many people who came out, but it still was like a couple of choices. I'm like, why you do that? For what? You know, like you could like,
Nah, it was alright though. I saw some of it. But I got so caught up like with the fight shit, trying to figure out what started the fight, because that shit was all over social media. I'm like, why was these niggas fighting?
He said, "This is all they're gonna hear from. Like, you ain't gonna hear nothing else about the Verzuz but this." He said it. Busy said the shit on stage before they took him off the stage. And that's what happened. That's the soundbite of the whole Verzuz. This is supposed to be the first fight that ever took place on the Verzuz and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? And motherfuckers just like, yo, Busy was on some other shit. We can't take this nigga nowhere. Blah, 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 and all that shit. Like, yo, that nigga's nuts. Nigga, like, you don't know he's nuts. He been nuts for a long time.
He had a meltdown, a live meltdown on radio, talking about that shit where he was like, God, this is God. I'm God. This is God. He live on the radio, just tripping.
For them to try to play it out, like you talking about niggas is sipping syrup on the other side, coding, you know, that kind of
cocaine.
On this side, talking about a man that had a moment because he felt unsafe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, be glad he ain't pulling none of them things or nothing. Right. You understand? And nobody else that's with him ain't reacting that kind of way, because those niggas ain't go to jail for regular shit. These niggas had military grade weapons and shit. Like, they're like, why we ain't fighting our 20s? Because you would have been dead. That's why. These niggas wasn't fighting nobody. They was hella deep, pulling them things out and rat-a-tat-tat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't no shit you wanted to see. Even though they was fighting. Them niggas fought the Wu-Tang. Them niggas Chris fought the Wu-Tang. And they got as deep as the Wu-Tang, if not deeper. So that's some other shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you expect these guys who came in the game when they was children, basically, to not be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think people they lose sight of shit because they think because you got money or some shit like that or some kind of prestige, you're not supposed to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
but Busy got a lot of trauma, yo.
He
got a lot of trauma. Like, he was abused as a child,
kidnapped.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you going through all that kind of shit, that's gonna fry your brain. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be a regular individual.
In the cult with it on top of that. These niggas they got a song sipping on some scissor, nigga. Like, nigga, like, what do you see what I'm saying? Like, that ain't drinking,
right?
Nigga, that's not drinking.
That's some other shit.
That ain't blunts, nigga. That's another level.
Nigga.
Like,
that shit killed.
Niggas heart stops and shit, nigga. Like, Wayne had to land the plane. This nigga about to die on the plane. The nigga called it 3-4 times on the plane from drinking something. You see what I'm saying? Like,
catching seizures and shit.
And this shorty was like, he need to take his medication. Like, what?
Right.
Like,
he need to stop drinking that shit. That's why he did. His hair falling out. He looked like a damn.
It's an issue in regards to hip hop, the black community, mental health, all in one conversation. You see what I'm saying? Like, remember Dave Chappelle was like, it's disrespectful to just call somebody and write him off. It's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like,
word.
So ain't nobody taking the time to listen to him.
Yeah.
Like they did that shit with Old Dirty. You see what I'm saying? In the same instant. But the other undertone that was there on the Memphis side was Young Dolph. Young Dolph was real fresh. And I think that they did a proper respect on that side. Yeah. In regards to how they did that shit with Young Buck. MJG, everybody was out there. And it was like a like a Tennessee thing. Everything that was going on. And then everybody united for Easy at the end. Yeah. Those two things right there, like I think that's what kind of made it. You see what I'm saying? The rest of that shit is
one there.
Who?
Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't there.
Nah.
Lil Jon was there. Yeah.
You seen they snatched a black youngster for that shit?
I didn't know.
You start doing other shit though, like it went from Verzuz to Triller Verzuz. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's another way to say, okay, what y'all doing? Give me that. Give me that.
Take that.
And it changes. Triller is fights.
Yeah.
You don't expect that they matching up people that got animosity. What you think they wanted to happen with Jeezy and
Gucci? Yeah. And then Gucci definitely chose violence that whole time until the end. Like he was smoking those boogie packs. Like Gucci was going for the throat.
When you set that stage with that kind of veracity, like as soon as I see that shit, I was like, oh, them niggas had problems back in the day. Like, you sure that's okay? Like they good with that? Like,
well, thank God.
I could be good, but my entourage can't. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't pay a nigga memory away.
My
you know what I'm saying?
My theory on that is Jeannie Mai got that snapper nigga because Jeannie was unbothered the whole time. He's like, you can tell all the shit you want. I'm going home to get that thing, nigga.
You might be right.
You might be right. Got that snapper because he didn't react to none of it.
Nigga been motherfucking practicing Buddhism and all that shit.
He said, I could go to jail tonight. I could go home and fuck my wife.
What the fuck was Tina Turner saying? Yo, what the fuck was they saying on What's Love when she went Buddhist?
Now I'm your heart again.
Young Buddha. Change his name to Young Buddha. Young Bruce Lee.
Word.
That shit do calm you down. My best friend's family is Buddhist, and I used to go to the temple with them. That shit relaxes the fuck out of me.
So I'm gonna ask again now. Do we need any more verses? Y'all know why I'm at.
It's more verses to be done. It's just gotta be done. It's gotta be proper matchups.
Man, I only want 2 verses.
Like Dipset should go against G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Like Dipset versus G Unit. I would want to see that. I would want to see Wu versus Outkast. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that Ghost and Ray said on Drink Champs that they wanted
the locks. Yeah, I seen that.
I was like,
I saw that.
Man.
I think
Styles and Jada though.
I think they'll hold their. I think they'll hold. They will hold their own, bro. Nah. You're crazy.
Nobody does that better than Styles and Jada.
No, there was no Styles and Jada before Ghost and Ray.
I feel you.
There was no Styles and Jada before Ghost and Ray.
I feel you. They pioneered it, and Styles and Jada
they
mastered that shit.
I don't know about.
Well, they popularized it, but Styles and Jada got that shit mastered, yo. It's like they got one brain, yo. It's like they got one. Nobody does that better than them. That 1-2 shit. Nobody. They don't want that shit.
Yo, it's gonna be close, yo. Cause the niggas got joints.
I seen Red and Meth do it.
Red and Meth do it well. They do it well.
Niggas got joints, yo. That's all I'm saying.
I seen Sticky and Fredro, they did it.
Yeah. But see,
the ones who did that shit, I ain't seen nobody do it like Jay.
Yeah, because they interchange lines. Like
that Dope Money shit.
Yeah, Dope Money's crazy. Dope Money's crazy.
Yeah, they interchange lines, not verses. Like Red and Meth, like Meth will have a hard ass verse, then Red will come in with a hard ass verse. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas is going in between
each other's bars, like seamlessly.
They've done it though.
Yeah,
Red and Meth done it. They've done it.
They have? Yeah. Not like shootouts.
No.
Bless you. Bless you. Yeah. You ain't D Block or double R, nigga. No doubt. I'ma stretch you. I'ma shoot you back 10 feet. I'ma catch you.
And they can freestyle and catch each other.
Make sure I
like their shit is like that. Like if you heard, what was the joint?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, just save me 16 bars, whatever, boom, 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 boom. That's how well they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Like, boom.
Yeah.
The shit is like, you did your shit. Save me room in the bars to come in.
Right.
That kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So.
Niggas is incredible, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday to Styles P too, yo.
Word. Happy belated Styles.
Yeah. Yo, Styles P Sagittarius like me, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Styles, check your DM, bro. Check your DM. Get back.
Check them shits. All of them.
YouTube Jada.
Everybody.
YouTube Chic.
And your emails.
Check your DMs. Check your emails.
Check the spam folder.
Right.
I'm reaching out. We would love to get you on.
Check the spam folder, fam.
Word up.
Well, Mel was saying there's 2 verses that he want to see. Which ones is them?
The only 2 verses I want to see, which are probably never gonna happen,
Kanye and Drake.
is hell no.
Kanye body Drake.
It was Nas and Jay, and the posthumous Mike and Prince. Those, if I could get those 2, I'll be straight.
Jay-Z and Nas?
Yeah.
For what?
What you mean for what? For the culture.
That's not the culture.
That is the culture. That is. Look at their journey.
Yo, Kanye would body Drake.
Yeah, Kanye would body Drake.
Kanye would body Drake, my nigga.
Like Drake is Kanye is not Meek Mill. Yeah, Kanye would body Drake.
Kanye would body Drake in a verses, bro.
He would definitely body Drake. It's not. I don't think it's too many that could even do a verses with Kanye.
Right. Like, yo, for real.
So, all them big lines that Jay gonna spit on there, that qualifies him.
Kanye worthy of a Jay versus.
He said he's not gonna do that. That's his boss.
But he's worthy.
He said a lot of shit.
He's worthy of it though.
He said a lot of shit.
He's worthy of it.
Yeah,
he's worthy of it.
But that would kind of be cheating. That because they might as well just perform on Watch the Damn Thrones if they do.
Who's
that.
fucking with Kanye in the verses?
Who is fucking with Kanye in the verses?
Yo, that's
is Kanye and Tip? Is that?
Nah.
Wait, no. On the other side, is Kanye finally somebody that would be a worthy opponent for Busta Rhymes? Because the only person I thought of
that's close
for Busta Rhymes is LL, even though nobody's singing LL, and that's including anybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
LL's been in the game longer than everybody.
So I'm saying, I think KRS was smart to go with
Big Daddy Kane. Yeah,
very smart. Very smart.
Yeah, LL. See, most people know him as like, this like the actor, the model, the glossy lips and shit like that. Nobody remembers that LL battled everybody. He was not scared. He wanted to smoke with everybody.
They want to do with the evening. They want to go home to their woman. You understand?
Yeah, LL wanted to smoke with everybody. With everybody. That nigga never backed down from a battle.
Oh shit, yo.
Nigga, I knew the In the House intro, yo.
Yeah.
Nigga on this motherfucker like this and shit. Nigga L like this and shit. Motherfucker leg up and shit.
One
Yeah,
pin,
nigga like this and shit the whole time. Shit like, yo, my nigga.
with the fubu.
So who's the better one? Is it Kanye and T.I. or T.I. and Wayne?
I don't like those matchups.
What was say it again?
Kanye and
I think T.I. would smoke
T.I. and
Wayne.
Kanye would smoke T.I.
Kanye would smoke T.I.
T.I. and Wayne would be closer than what people think.
I don't know. I have
Wayne
I have a bias against Wayne because I think he just put out a lot of trash.
I kind of feel something about T.I. though.
Trash.
I feel like I like it about T.I. though too though. Like
T.I. a lot of T.I. songs weren't good, but I also have a bias for lyricists. Like if you like, I like a song. Yeah, I like a song just because the nigga spitting hot bars.
Like he can
and
rap.
The song will be trash.
Wayne can rap, but it's like T.I. had a song with Andre 3000 called I'm Sorry. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when he spits songs with substance, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you can rap about his trap and all that, like yo, bro, that gets old. You know what I'm saying? That gets old. So then it's like, yo, then like to put it in format and
Yeah, but then you get Wayne saying shit. Bitch, real G's moving
Right.
like lasagna.
Yeah. Right. That's trash.
And niggas,
That's
yo,
horrible.
that line had me so
Like,
mad.
oh!
Niggas was, the
It's
G
really solid.
is silent.
Right.
Niggas. I'm like, the G is silent and baloney too, nigga. It's not a hot ball.
Right. Right.
That shit is whack. It is whack, bro.
No, let me start calling whack lines from my favorite rappers, man.
Let's do it.
I don't want to do that.
Who's your favorite rapper? Get cannabis? I say a lot of whack bars.
Cannabis is a lyricist.
He is a lyricist. That's why I will always give him his props.
He's not.
Now he don't put together good albums. He don't necessarily have a good song, but he'll give you bars on every song. So
It's
I always
hard to do.
Yeah. So I always hold Cannabis in high regard.
He's in the lyricist category.
Yeah, he's a dope ass lyricist. I mean, LL smoked his boots.
Yeah, I heard that recklessness you were saying. You know, it's real.
Yeah, he disrespected the fuck out of Cannabis.
He did.
He disrespected that man. Crazy.
KRS-One amped him up for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let these little niggas come in here and do like that.
Right. You know who I always wanted to see get some get back? Meek Mill. I think he went out like a sucker too many times. I think he
rap?
you know what I'm saying? Like
He rap?
who, Meek Mill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he rap.
That's a rap?
Hold on, wait a minute. No, I think, but you know, like all that gangster shit he be spitting, like I think like for Drake to handle him the way that he did, you know what I'm saying? And then the game,
See,
that pest control shit might be the most disrespectful diss song I've ever heard in my life.
That shit was
the Drake disses is followed up or preceded by phone calls. So you can't, there's not too much shit you can get away with Drake.
Yeah, but Pusha T tore his ass up. So
yeah, Pusha T
destroyed him.
Pusha T
Destroyed him.
he took it there.
Destroyed him.
But
Pusha T crossed every line. He crossed every line. That's why nobody really talks about it.
But there's a consequence for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a consequence. Like that's
Nah, Push one of them dudes, yo.
Yeah.
Push one of them dudes.
What dudes?
One of them niggas talking that shit.
Yeah.
He one of them dudes, yo.
Push
I'm not in front of you. Can't front of Push.
Pusha
There's
talk.
consequences.
So he talked the best shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Killer, didn't we learn about Pusha?
say what?
Did we learn about Pusha? From some guys from VA? Who has some,
I heard some
has some
stuff.
savory things to say about Pusha?
Some spicy shit.
That's gonna be everywhere though, man.
No, this is credible sources. Okay,
Okay.
These real people, you know, and they just left it like that. You know what I'm saying? They left it like that.
But yo, why Kanye look like a hostage in that Jay Prince video though? Like he got the hostage note and all that shit. That was terrible.
He probably was a fucking hostage. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. See, this is why, like, I love Kanye's music, but this is why I don't really care for Kanye, because he think he more profound than what he really is. He think everything that come out of his mouth is a gem, and he be just double talking. He just be saying shit. Like, he said all this shit. He said
you ain't got the answers though, Mel. You ain't got the answers.
He said all this shit. He said
Mel.
He said all this shit about
you ain't got the answers, Mel. You ain't got the answers, Mel. How, Mel?
Hold on, you on my show.
How, Mel?
He had to wrangle that man in like, you on my show.
Ain't no hold up, Mel. Ain't no hold up.
Like I said, he said mad shit about Big Sean. Like an hour later, Big Sean posting pictures on Instagram like, yo, we
just together and all that.
You ain't say none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then he talked all this shit about Talib. Like, you wasn't on this man's balls when you first came in the game. Like, cut it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he be talking real crazy. And it's not credible.
Answers,
it's not credible. Like,
he said you ain't got the answers,
you know what I'm saying? Nigga, Pete Davidson stole your girl, bro. Some goofy ass white man. Don't sit the fuck down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, take your meds, relax, make the good music, and stop. You know what I'm saying? This nigga talking about some. I don't have a house. This bag is my nigga. Shut. What he say? He cut 2 doves in his head. Like, what the? No, bro. No. Stop. And he was like, yeah, this is my fashion statement. No,
he mean all that. Everything you
fucking
said.
Zeke yourself, you dummy.
Yeah. He mean everything you said.
Your white bitch banged up by heroin ass.
Right. This nigga has no color, son.
Right.
He looked like a fucking
vampire.
like a Twilight character. Robin Pattinson stole your girl.
Right. Edward
stole your girl, son. What Riley say? I could see if it was T.I.
Right. You ain't got the answers, man. I'm trying to get my family back. I know she with Edward Cullen. I know what y'all saying. She over there with Edward Cullen.
He said that old sexy flexy ass nigga. He said you better check that hole, Mr. Word up. Nah, that, you know, Kanye, he irks me. Now I wouldn't say nothing crazy like I want him silenced or canceled or nothing like that. I just want him to get back to himself. I feel like he's crying out for help and somebody needs to really help that man.
This is his help right here.
Word.
He said you ain't got the answer.
Yeah, like I could just go all day. You know what I'm saying? This nigga with the fucking George Bush don't like black people. Now you wearing red MAGA hats and shit like that, and pitching hydrogen balloons like this is the 1950s. Sit the fuck down, like you did. Like you do slavery's a choice. You just doing too much shucking and jiving.
Like that when you're a billionaire.
Yeah, you just doing too much shucking and jiving. Like it's too much tap dancing going on for you to try to be as prolific as you trying to be.
Ain't Jay-Z a big?
Jay-Z is the slavery. I'm not gonna front, The slavery is a choice joint is a statement that depending on what your approach is, you can approach it one or two ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've heard both sides of the argument, and I'm like, I can understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can understand.
That's my thing. I understand. I do understand what he was saying. I understand what he was saying.
How he said it is what matters.
It's not even how he said it. It's just a false thing to say. Mm-hmm. Like there were so many undocumented slave revolts that people are just now learning about. There was people that rather drown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was a whole there was hundreds of slaves killed their slave masters, and they all walked and drowned together. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that death was better than what they was going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a false thing to say that slavery was a choice. That was no choice. Nobody chooses that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? No matter what context you try to say it or spin it or flip it, nobody chose that shit. Nobody said, hey, put me in these chains.
Yeah, right.
They was literally snatched from their homes, from their families. You know what I'm saying? And mutilated.
Right.
On a daily basis until they fucking died.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you being so cavalier with your mouth because you think you who you are, that you could just say whatever the fuck you want to say. And you got to be very careful about the things that you say. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you on that platform. That I always talk, right? I always talk about being responsible with your platform, being responsible to your audience. Sure, you can say whatever you want to say. We all have that right, but you have a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You have to be mindful. The things that you say influence millions of people. So when you say, you know what I'm saying, when every black kid is growing up in their household learning about the atrocities of slavery, and you just so lazily cast that to the side, like, oh, that was a choice. They chose to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Especially your mom being who she is, and she was actually in the fucking struggle and in the present day, and then you say some shit like that, and then you fucking put on a buffoon performance in front of goddamn Donald Trump, Jim Brown old ass sitting next to him, nodding his head. I was disgusted.
But on the other side of that, the album's still selling. $1,200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the other part.
Niggas is literally paying thousands of dollars.
You say all of that, right? Everything was valid, and they still gonna go do this shit anyway.
Yeah.
They're gonna go do it anyway. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna be happy about it. Dude, you understand what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody putting guns to people's head. He ain't got goons in the streets like, go buy my albums and my shoes. Yeah. Or listen to me talk this shit I'm talking. Mm-hmm. He know what he doing when he talk to people. These people, they do that.
Right.
Because they was done like that. You see what I'm saying? He sounded like us, and it was like, oh, you're not gonna make any money like that. Let's take all your money away. Let's take all your money away and see how black you gonna remain. George Bush still don't care about black people? You sure?
Right.
You sure?
Right.
Oh, Dave, you're not gonna wear that dress? I got you. Let's start it. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, that's
the black man is gone, Wu-Tang. Let's get rid of ODB. Let's get rid of ODB. Let's turn you against Papa Wu. Let's see how you survive after that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so things are there. Like, they do that to see, like, oh, how long you gonna last? You see what I'm saying?
That's why I say Dave Chappelle is he's a superhero. He's definitely my superhero.
You put that dress on?
Because they win.
Yeah, you put that dress on.
Dave Chappelle win. When you put the dress on?
You sure did.
I missed something.
On Saturday Night Live, when he first came back. You wasn't going to see him without it.
Yeah, I got to watch. Is that the one where he played Negan from Walking Dead?
Yeah. That.
He put on a dress and I got to go back and watch that. Yeah. I missed that.
Yeah, let you out of punishment without concession. We still black.
I see that. Yeah, I'm about to
out there.
Shit. As soon as we get off this live, I'm gonna look because I don't know. Yeah, nigga got the bunchies.
Yo, it's a rap thing.
Yeah, it's a rap, son.
Killer.
Bop,
What's
bop,
happening?
killer.
Bop, bop, man.
Always a pleasure.
Tell us
Always
some
a
good
pleasure.
shit, man.
Always good to see y'all, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Next year, bro.
I'm getting my DJ knowledge on right now.
Next year, my nigga.
Yeah.
Killer comes
Sure.
next year.
So your birthday today?
Monday.
Oh, Monday. Y'all still going out tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna.
I don't know. You look kind of fake because you gonna make it.
I'm good. I'm good, yo.
I cannot believe it.
I'm good.
All right, brothers. Everybody, remember, Melvinaires podcast on Facebook, at Melvinaires _podcast on Instagram, at Melvinaires podcast on TikTok. Check us out. Melvinaires podcast on YouTube. Definitely check us out. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, share, all that good stuff.
Melvinaires@gmail.com for booking and inquiries. Yo, just stay tuned. Yo, big shout out to Knowledge, Do the Knowledge Radio.
Yes.
Big shout out to me. It's my birthday weekend, yo. Yeah, big shout out to me. And yo, that's it, man. I ain't got much to it. Yo, let's get to it.
Rosebud.
Shout out Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Shout out Rosebud. Shout out to Melvinaires Podcast. Shout out Do the Knowledge Radio. Shout out Hip Hop Legends. Shout out Doggy Diamonds.
Shout out Killer.
Shout out Killer. We out of here, man.
Killer, yo.
Hey, yo, shout out to the Melvinaires Podcast. Make sure y'all go check that out. Always love for Do the Knowledge Radio. Y'all know where to find me at. I'm always over here. But shit, man, y'all enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Enjoy your weekend, cuz don't do too much. Look like you already did too much, but don't do too much.
I'm good, yo.
Get these niggas podcast.
I'm good.
All right, y'all. Peace.
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 Yeah, baby, belt.
Knowledge born. What's the science, baby?
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. Night in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? So no more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get back to the
motive is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.